Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I'll tell you a story. It is not fabricated, but it is, which has happened. There is one elderly lady in Mumbai, must be about 75 not out. And she has been involved with study of scriptures, Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, and talking to the different groups, children, teenagers, elders, all the time. Not for a day or two, but for over 30, 40 years. And one day, her daughter, who is very close to me, she came and said, Swamiji, I don't know. For us, our mom was an idol of inspiration. What happened to her, we don't know. She suddenly became depressed and she is not able to even cross the road. Zero confidence. And we are so much worried. We don't know what to do. I said, you have to pay fees. In America, there is nothing like free dinner. So what is the fees? I said, you call me for dinner, then I'll talk. So they called me, I ate food, and then I told, all of you get out, only mom will remain with me. And then I sat with her on the same coach and took her hand in my hand. I said, Mom, tell me truth. Although I bluff, but you should tell the truth for a change. You have been talking on Vedanta, Upanishad, Gita, all philosophy. Do you have fulfillment and contentment in your heart? And she broke. Like a small child, she started crying, put her head on my shoulder and spoiled my shirt. Because Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, all together. And I was suffering silently. See? After she has finished, then I said, Mama, when I talk to somebody, I have got two conditions. Condition number one, no discussion. Number two, no argument. Are you ready to listen to me? After I talk, everything is over. Yes, Swamiji. I said, look here. That time, by His grace, I had one pothi, 53 chapters of Sai Charitra in Marathi. She being from Bombay and a Marathi reader, I said, Mama, don't argue, don't question. Every day, read one chapter. Don't try to understand. Stand under. Simply read with all sincerity and let it go for 53 days. Thereafter, again repeat. And then after 6 months, you tell me. What 6 months? Within 15-20 days, she came to me and she hugged and said, Swamiji, I got it. All her negativity has gone. Then I told her, Mama, remember, the truth is not revealed by logic and reason. We have to transcend the logic and reason. And to transcend the logic and reason, two important wings are required. For any bird to fly high in the sky, if the two wings are equally developed, the bird can soar high in the sky. The two wings are the two words, Shraddha and Saburi. Shraddha is always blind. Many people have got this funny notion. I don't believe in blind faith. Friends, when we know, we don't require faith. When we don't know, then we require faith. We are told by somebody, this lady is your mom. Do we know where from we are dropped in this world? It is only Shraddha, it is only blind faith. And then that lady tells whom we have accepted as our mother through blind faith that this guy is your dad. That is also exclusively through blind faith. Faith is inner strength to jump into the unknown darkness. See, friends, Bhagavad Gita says, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. See, the truth is gained, it's okay, don't worry. The truth is gained only through the strength of Shraddha. Shraddha in 4 places. Shraddha on God. Second, Shraddha in our scriptures. Third, Shraddha in Guru. And 4, Shraddha in ourselves. See? If we have Shraddha, faith in the Lord, then the following thing will happen. What is required for our evolution, that alone is provided to us by Him. See, friends, there was a small hillock and there were many boulders. One day one sculptor came and he looked at one boulder, he liked it and he decided, now I will go on this, and made a nice design and took the hammer and chisel and started hitting. And the stone was crying, oh God, so many stones are remaining here and I am the only unlucky. I don't know why I am so miserable, unfortunate. Every day when the sculptor will come, he will cry and curse the sculptor. And when a beautiful idol was brought out, installed in the temple, and when millions will come and prostrate, that time the stone turned into a divine idol, started thanking the sculptor. Other stones are remaining there only. Friends, the best in us comes out when we are subjected to a real examination of life. Those who do not have difficulties in their life, they are most unfortunate. See? And therefore, it is necessary to recognize this fact. All that is required for us, that is provided by the Lord. Once upon a time, there was a great gathering of the saints and sages in God's kingdom. I was also present there. You may think I am bluffing, but sometimes I tell the truth. And the Lord came. And when He came, we all stood up and glorified. And the Lord sat, we also sat. And then He said, I am thinking about how to help the souls to grow and discover happiness. Word important is discover, not get happiness. Discover happiness. And for that, whatever is required for individual soul's evolution, that situation, that condition will be provided by me to every individual soul. How difficult it is. We can't give the right kind of food to 2 children in the house. The Lord has taken this responsibility. So when He took this responsibility, we all Mahatmas clapped. So Bhagavan said, stop clapping. Tell me what you will do. So we, being Indian, we said, we'll have a meeting. When you want to avoid doing something, have a meeting. And meeting is of a committee. And committee is that who individually know can do nothing and collectively conclude that nothing can be done. So like that we came together. And then the Lord said, when will you report? Tomorrow. See, we are expert. What can be done tomorrow? Why do it today? What can be done day after tomorrow? Why do it tomorrow? See, this is how, it's a very simple life. Then next day, we all met, Lord came, and he said, come on now tell, what you have decided? So, as a representative, I told the Lord, oh Lord, we all decided the following. For the evolution of every individual soul, you will provide the required condition, required situation. Now, we will give them the software, how to deal with the situation. God has given us the hardware. The software is provided by the great Sadhu, Santa, Mahatma, great masters, and they tell us how should we interact in a given situation. Normally, we react. Instead of reacting, learn to interact in such a manner that there is no dent on your mind. See, friends, but we want shortcuts every time. Whenever we want shortcuts in life, we are cut short. This is not possible. See, this beautiful flower has come out to become a flower because the person was waiting patiently to let the bud open in its own time, in its own rhythm, into a beautiful flower. But I am in a hurry, I am, a digital child. Who is a digital child? A digital mother was scolding the digital child because the digital child has asked a funny question. Mom, you gave me the ID, user ID. What about the password? So the mom said, don't talk nonsense. I gave you birth. I have not downloaded you. So the digital child, when I want to see this flower, I have to have patience. This is the second word, Maha Mantra of Sai Baba. Shraddha and Saburi. Those who do not have patience, they turn into patients. There is no shortcut in life, friends. But any Tom, Dick and Harry comes, Swamiji, can you tell us quickly how to meditate? So we tell them, go to the pharmacist, buy a container of sleeping pills and empty in yourself. Then what will happen? You will be always in meditation. Don't go for shortcuts. To tell this, in his Glory Pothi, there is a story. One person like me who is always in a hurry and thinks that I am smarter than others, such a person approached Baba and said, Sir, I have come from such and such place and I have hired a cab, which is return cab, and I am in a hurry. I don't have time. So can you please tell me Brahman? Can you tell me about the reality and be quick, I don't have time. So that great teacher, he sat down and said to one boy, hey, go to Mr. So-and-so and get 5 rupees from him for an hour or two. I'll return afterwards. The boy ran there and came back. Sir, that so-and-so is not there. Okay. You go to the second person. 5 places. The great master sent a boy to get 5 rupees. And this man who came for getting the knowledge did not have that subtlety, can't he spare 5 rupees? See, our condition is we want God's vision, like what? Like our Swami Akhandananda used to tell. A Sethji is sitting, huge structure, and there are 2 kids in his lap. One fellow is putting the finger in the nose, other in the ear. And the Sethani, the wife of that Sethji, is standing there. Another huge structure, studded with gold and diamonds, overflowing out of her skin. And that time the Sethji is counting the money. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that time the Lord should come. And we should, hey, come on, wait for some time. Let me finish. This is how our devotion to the Lord is. See, friends. And when we are not subtle, we are unable to get the message. See, friends. So what was the message? The message was, unless we have full control over our sense organs, we will not stop being extrovert. Kathopanishad says, Paranchikhani vatrunasvayambhu tasmat paran pashyati nantaratman kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanamaikshat avrutta chakshuhu amrutatvam icchan. By default, we are all extrovert. And as long as we are the slaves of our sense organs, till then there is no possibility of being introvert. Such people, for them spirituality is improving the world. See, friends, one person asked me this question. Swamiji, you are a Krishna devotee. When is your Krishna taking avatar? I said, lot of time, not a hurry. But why? There can't be a worse period than what is today. The whole world is in a turmoil. I asked him, earlier it was not like that. I don't think. Never mind. Later it will not be like that. I don't think. Never mind. Earlier you were there? No. Afterwards you will be there? No. Now the world is in turmoil and you are there. Do you know who is the cause? You are the cause. Change yourself. See, friends, spiritual life is changing oneself. This Shraddha and Saburi, these 2 principles in life, will help us to change ourselves. In Vivek Chudamani or Shankaracharya Bhagavan, he defines Shraddha. Shastrasya Guruvakyasya Satya Buddhyavadharana Sa Shraddha Kathita Sadbhihi Yaya Vastu Upalabhyate. See, what is said in the scriptures, what is told to us by the teachers, how that is right, and practicing that in one's life is the only way to discover the truth. But those who are doubting Toms, about everything they have got a question. But why? But why? But why? See, I'll give you a Maha Mantra. Drop these 2 words from your dictionary. One is why and other is how. What we are doing in our whole life, we are whiling away our life by howling at the life. But from these 2 words, you will again ask, but why and how? It can never end. See, friends, any thought which takes us away from ourselves is a sin. Any thought which brings us back home is the right path. And for that, the first and the most important quality is the Shraddha. The what is said in our scriptures, what is told by the teacher, how that is right and the right. Follow it sincerely, even if we don't understand. See, but normally what happens? Unless I understand, how can I accept it? See, friends. Understanding is a blockade between us and our real nature. The truth is beyond understanding. Our struggle is like this. We take this bulb and we want to see how electricity looks like. Because by this light we can see everything in this world. So why not see electricity? How electricity looks like? Can we see? No. Because the light is nothing but expression of the electricity. In the same manner, all our faculties are nothing but expression of the pure consciousness. Therefore, these faculties can never be able to cognize what the truth is. But we are caught up in our intellectualism. You know, there are two types of people, intelligent and intellectuals. Intellectuals are intelligently miserable, and intelligent people are never miserable. See, friends. Therefore, with the Shraddha in the scriptures, in the teacher, then the third, as I told in the beginning, in the divine design. Simply saying, "Oh Lord, thy will be done," provided you agree with me. No. Our condition is like this, one person came. Come on. You are a volunteer, okay? You are the second volunteer. Volunteers are not appointed. They come of their own. See, friends. Therefore, let us recognize this. All that is required for us, that alone happens to us. Now be very attentive. If we are able to learn from our experience of life, with every experience, we will grow wise. Have we not grown wise? As a child, sometime we touched fire, we got burnt. Now after we have learned that the fire burns, do we have a hatred for the fire? Now why? Because we have learned. See? In the same manner, with our relations in this world, we get hurt many times. And when we get hurt, we become miserable. But if we learn from that experience, then we will not become miserable. See? The other day I was giving one example. One child, he was coming for my talks. The whole family, husband, wife, a child, and myself, we used to go in a car. And I was staying with them. One day while taking breakfast in the morning, suddenly, like a Hindi film, the phone rang and a man has to go out for some work. He said, "Swamiji, excuse me, I have to go, some urgent call has come." I said, "You go, I don't need you. I got my food, I don't need you." So he went. And when he went, immediately, that wife had an opportunity to complain about the husband. You know the definition of wife? Worries invited forever. WIFE. And therefore, the moment she got opportunity, she wanted to complain. And she complained. Family, I know you don't like these topics, but then to whom will I talk? I didn't respond. Then she said, "My husband is good that way, but he is so angry, I sometimes get disgusted. When he is in the fit of anger, he just can't behave properly, and I am ashamed of him." Instead of taking butter or ghee with the paratha, I was getting this achar, complain achar. So, I didn't talk. The child was sitting with me, he said, "Swamiji, can I reply, Mom?" I was so happy, "Chela, shuru ho jao." The disciple was already ready there to fire back. And you know what the child told? He said, "Mama, today we went to satsang. What Swamiji told? Everything is God. Everyone is Brahman. You and me, everyone is Brahman. So our daddy is also Brahman, he is also God. Now, like there are many gods, different brands of God. Krishna, Rama, Shiva, Devi, Ganapati, there are many brands of God. In the same manner, our daddy is angry brand of God. See how beautiful. Learn from your experiences. The Guru is born in the heart. Don't look Sai Baba outside. Another story comes. There is to be one person who was staying nearby and all the time hanging around Baba. And then only to bless him, one day he told him, hey, you go to Trambakeshwar and stay there. No, I don't want to go, I want to be with you all the time. So he said, you claim that you are my devotee and you listen to me, but the simple thing you don't listen. What kind of devotee you are? Normally we go to the Lord or the Mahatmas to make them listen us. We don't listen to them. See, there are two types of people. One is a disciple and other is a devotee. What is the difference between the two? A disciple is the one who is ready to change himself according to the instruction of the teacher. And who is a devotee? The Guru has to change himself according to the desires of the devotee. And this is how devotees are responsible for the sadhana of the Mahatmas. They make their life miserable and yet they have to keep on smiling. That is their sadhana. So when I told you, go, why don't you go? And then he said, okay. He went there, away, almost 40-50 kilometers away. And there he had the vision of the Lord. And he said, Hare, how come you are here? You are in Shirdi. This is another place 40-50 miles away. How come you are here? Then he said, you had this wrong notion that I am limited in this body. Friends, Lord is everywhere. He manifests in our heart. But our heart is so busy, that we do not allow Him to descend in us. I'll give one of my experience. One day, one lady with her daughter came to meet me with the fruits and a garland, evening time in Bombay. She said, Swamiji, thank you very much. I said, okay. I said, I don't know you. You have never come for my satsang. Who are you? He said, no, Swamiji, you came to our house. I said, I have not come to your house. I don't know you even. No, you are just telling lies. You came to our house. And when my daughter had a problem in her face, something happened, either poisoning or some, mosquito or some poisonous biting, and therefore her face became like Hanumanji, big one. And she was so frightened, I was frightened. And you came and you told that don't worry, go to this Hinduja hospital and everything will be all right. And after you told, we went there. That hospital is such, where to get a bed, you require 6 months queue. That we got the bed, and 1 week you told, 1 week was over. Today, she is perfect. So we have come to thank you. Now after that was over, I was worried. I said, I don't know anything. Neither I know yoga, nor I know jnana, there is no devotion, there is no karma. How can this happen? That started bugging me like mad. And then there was one great Mahatma who is the follower, devotee of Sai Baba. When I met him, he was staying in a forest area and very wild kind of personality. He used to abuse, throw the things like that. And I asked him, I said, Maharaj, this is what has happened and I don't know anything. What do I do with this? What it is? You know what reply he gave? He looked at Baba and he said, Baba is telling me to tell you this. And what is that? He said, God alone does everything. You have sincerity. Therefore, you have sincerity. Therefore, you did not claim you have done. Then he said, the Lord is beyond names and forms. He can take any name and any form as per the requirement of the devotee. He has chosen your name and form for that devotee. See how beautiful it is. Let us not look at him as a person. He is a principle behind every one of us. And when we are able to see him in our heart will melt. And when our heart melts, in that melted heart, the divine bliss descends. Our present condition is like the ice cubes. You keep the ice cubes in a tall glass, how they stay? Everybody has got its own personality. So much of space in between. In the same manner, we all are individual personalities, strong ones, injuring each other, hurting each other. But if we remain in His presence, slowly our personalities dissolve and all the ice cubes become one principle called as water. So, Baba is like water and you or me are like the ice cubes. Come to recognize the essence, and for that what is required is Shraddha. Have complete faith in Him. And with this you go. Every moment He is with us. Every moment. This I am not telling stories. 101 experiences I had gone through. See, today when we were coming, our Prem Maharaj told Swamiji, there is too much of rush, then we have to go earlier. So 7 o'clock lecture, we started at 4:30, as if I am going to London. But if I tell him, do you think he will listen? So I had to listen because he is a devotee, and I had to change. And then we came, there was no traffic jam, no nothing, straight away. We came 1.5 hours early. Then I said, let us have Starbucks satsang. We went to Starbucks and had nice coffee, nice time. See, friends, His ways Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. His ways are totally different. They are beyond our comprehension. See? And when we become aware, in that awareness we start living, our quality of life changes. See friends, it is something like this. In a school classroom, when the teacher is not there, how is the condition of the classroom? Like a poultry farm. Goes on and on. And one of the students just plays full. Hey, Miss has come. Everybody is quiet. Because they became aware of some higher principle. We are very attentive. In the same manner, when we become aware of this principle that knows every action before it is done. That principle which knows every word before it is spoken. That principle which knows every thought before it is erupted. That principle is Sai Baba. We don't have to run. We have question. This topic comes in the Upanishad. One disciple goes to the Guru and asks the question. Oh Guru, where is God? So the Guru says, forget about God. Where are you? I am in your room. Very good. Where is the room? The room is in the ashram. Very good. Where is the ashram? The ashram is in LA. Very good. Where is LA? LA is in California. Wonderful. Where is California? California is in USA. Where is USA? USA is on earth. Good. Where is the earth? Earth is in the waters. Where are the waters? The waters are in the fire. Where is fire? The fire is in the air. Where is air? The air is in the space. Do we ask this question? Where is the space? But the student asks, where is the space? The teacher said, the space is in your mind. When the mind is enfolded, as in deep sleep, where are we? Are we in India or in America? When are we? 2011 or 1942? What are we? Man or woman? Everything is existing in this mind. And what is that mind? Mind is an expression of the conscious principle. Therefore, friends, like bulbs may be many, light is one. In the same manner, individuals may be many, but life is one. He who has discovered this principle, he is called as Shirdi Sai Baba. See, friends. It is so important. One story comes. One day, one of his devotee, Lakshmi, she came from her work. She was a farmer's wife. Finished the whole day's work, working in the hot sun. And when she came, the moment she came, this great master asked her, Amma, I am very, very hungry. Please get me something to eat. So even without doing namaskar, she ran home, prepared, the chapati, bread, and with some sabji or something, she came running in a plate and gave to him. You are hungry, please take this. You know what the great master did? Without eating one bite, he placed it before a dog who was standing there wagging the tail. And the dog was so happy and he ate the whole chapati. And this lady got angry. You said you are hungry and you made me run and you did not even eat once, you just gave it to the dog. You know what the teacher said? Amma, the principle of hunger is common. It is not. Rich man's hunger is different quality and poor man's hunger is different quality. He who has gone beyond the individuality and touched the principle, he alone can understand his experience. And this is established in Bhagavad Gita. When we see the glory to the great master, we say Yogi Raj. What is the meaning of Yogi Raj? Not the one who is twisting the body, but who has straightened the mind. He is a Yogi Raj. And Bhagavad Gita says, Atmopamena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. He is the supreme yogi. He who is able to recognize the joy and sorrows of everyone around. When we are happy, we like to share our happiness with everybody. When happiness we share, it is multiplied. And when we are miserable, we expect somebody to come and give us a word of consolation and help us. In the same manner, he who is able to be happy in the happiness of others, he is a yogi. For us, if somebody is happy, we are jealous. We know how to. See? One person asked me this question. Swamiji, what is the secret of your happiness? You are all the time happy. I said, the secret is I am happy in the happiness of others. He said, give some example. I said, look here, I am not married. But I go and attend the marriages of everyone. So that happiness part of the marriage is mine, remaining theirs. You know, in Pune, there was one function. You know, Yajñopavit, the thread ceremony. So, it was being conducted for a small boy, 8, 9 years, 10 years of age. And there was one person from Europe or America somewhere, and he saw and he came to me and he said, Swamiji, where is the bride? I understood in India there is a child marriage, but he is only boy, where is the bride? I said, look here, this is not a marriage. This is Yajñopavit, it is a thread ceremony. Oh, may I ask you further questions? I said, yes, you can ask, it is not your fault. Because I am a questionable personality. Therefore, whenever people look at me, they remember questions. Otherwise, they are happy. Because they are doubtfuls. So, he asked a question. Swamiji, why in India, in the marriages, the girls cry, but the boys don't cry? What is the reason? I said, that is the only day the girls cry, rest whole life. It is the boy who cries. One son asked his father, Dad, I want to be extremely extraordinary husband. Tell me how much it costs. So the dad did not reply. Again he asked, Dad, I really want to be an extraordinary husband. How much it costs? So the dad said, I am still paying the mortgage. It is not over. See, friends, the day we discover this principle, let us be happy in the happiness of others. You will have zero investment. See, Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pastheti Arjuna. And if somebody is miserable, normally what we do, when somebody is miserable, we talk Vedanta. But Vedanta has to be applied on ourselves. And with the world, only the language of love and devotion, Shraddha and prayer. See, friends. Therefore, when this principle, Shraddha and Saburi, they are properly, perfectly practiced in our life, then slowly there is unfoldment of the truth. And the truth is unfolded in our heart. See, friends. One day one person came to meet me. He said, Swamiji, I got some question. I said, stand there. Don't come near. He stood there. I said, first I will ask you a question. Then you ask me. Yes. Have you come from the fish market? How do you know? I said, you are smelling. Therefore I know. In the same manner, those who have come recently from the hell, they are miserable. Don't justify yourself being miserable. The real meaning of yoga, according to Gita, is tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitam. Sa nishtena yoktavyaha yoga anirvinna chetasa. When the miseries come in our life, we refuse to be miserable. That refusal to be miserable is called as the real meaning of yoga. Who doesn't have problems in life? See, what we see the Mahatmas is the final product. But what he has gone through, what do we know? See, friends, therefore, these two principles expounded, Shraddha. With this Shraddha, we conduct ourselves. He is taking care of us. Shraddha brings out the inner strength. And then, let us not be in a hurry. You know, I spoke in New York recently, about 2 weeks before, 3 days. And these topics are on the YouTube, you can go and watch. And search word is Smiling Swami. Or else you can go on my other website, which is happyacademy.org. You will get all these topics. And the topic was Beyond Hurry, Worry and Curry. We are all the victims of this hurry, worry and curry. And where is the hurry, worry and curry? It is in the mind. And to deal with the mind, what is the practice? The spiritual practice is patience. Have patience. And to develop and discover this patience, one simple technique I will tell you. Try that. You find out how much time is at your disposal. Suppose you have got 10 minutes. Don't take the mala in the hand. Otherwise you will be calculating how much you have counted to Lord's name. Don't do that. No calculation. Suppose 10 minutes. Sit before the Lord, whichever is your God. And whatever mantra you are chanting, chant that mantra like we eat a chocolate. What is the difference between eating a chocolate and Ayurvedic medicine? Ayurvedic medicine we take and gulp it with the water. Oh God! You know, this is the principle of Ayurveda. They give you such a bitter medicine to avoid the next dose. You say, I'm okay. Otherwise, take another terrible dose. So our chanting the Lord's name is like the Ayurvedic medicine. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna. As if the Ram is running and you are behind him. That is not the way. Chant the Lord's name like we eat chocolate. You know, this I learned from a child. I was also doing like this. A child taught me this. You know, he was somewhere and I was taking food. So, I don't know why I called. I said, hey, come here. He came, sit here. He sat next to me on the dining table. I said, come on, I'll feed you. And I was feeding him from my plate and I was also eating. His mother was so happy. So Abhi just called my child and is feeding him. Then I took achar because I like achar very much. When you take achar, your vichar are better. Those who don't take achar, their vichar are ghatiya. So I took the achar and giving him. So he looked at his mother. Swamiji, Mummy doesn't allow me to eat achar. I said, don't look at her, yaar, you eat, I am giving you. And then he said, if you are giving me, why give so little, give more. You are a gem-happy person. So it was a nimbu achar. So I took the whole piece and gave him. He put it on his tongue and stopped talking and stopped eating. No further eating. After that 2 hours he was. Never spoke nor ate anything. Neither washing the mouth. Finally I told him, and if you don't talk and open your mouth, I am going to do tickling to you. He said, okay. He swallowed that. He said, Swamiji, I thought you are a Swami, you will understand. But you are also like my mummy. She understands nothing. So what happened? You tell me where the taste happens. I said taste happens on the tongue. Now if I swallow that achar, taste will be gone. I wanted to have more taste. So what I did, I kept that achar on my tongue for 2 hours. For 2 hours I enjoyed. See friends, the Lord's name is chanted by the tongue. It is not for swallowing Ram. No. And then you see, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. There is no hurry. Each and every cell of our body will be tuned with Him. See, friends, then nothing in this world can disturb us. Like the space remains uninfluenced, untouched by the earth. Earth does not create a load for the space. The water cannot wet the space. The fire cannot burn the space. The air cannot dry the space. In the same manner, none of the world will ever touch us. Then He is functioning through us. See, friends, then this small little ego, he disappears. It is something like in a dark room, even the glowworm shines bright. In a dark room, a candle gives a bright light. Keep the same candle at 12 o'clock noon in the sunlight. It is not even recognized. In the same manner, before Him, our small little ego disappears. And be attentive. How do we know whether ego is functioning or the Lord is functioning? If we get hurt, if we are miserable, it is the ego that is functioning. If we don't get hurt, if we are not miserable, it is the divine that is functioning. Therefore, all the spiritual practice is only this. Remain cheerful and happy. And for that is 2 principles. This is called as electronic Om. Then these 2 principles of Shraddha and Saburi, they will take care of our whole life. Have patience, have patience. Patience is not a weakness, it is the inner strength. Shraddha is not blind, it is an eye-opener. With these 2 principles we live our life, then we will come to know He has never forsaken us. It is we who have forsaken Him. You all must have seen that most famous, wall hanging, the 2 footsteps on the sand, and then it is said, "Oh Lord, whenever I was in misery, I was only alone, you never came with me." That time the Lord says, "My dear, whenever you have seen only 2 footsteps, that time I was carrying you. It was not you were walking." Come to discover His presence in and through all the activities of our life, then our faith in Him will become stronger and stronger. Now the last point. For this, discipline in life is required. Self-discipline is a freedom. Imposed discipline is a burden. Now those of you who have come here on your own, you will enjoy. And those who are tied down with a lead and brought over here, chalo yaar, then you are worried. Because it is a burden. In the same manner, let our life be disciplined. And in that discipline, try these few things. Begin your day early in the morning. Prosperity doesn't mean sleeping up to 10 o'clock. See? Those who wake up after the sunrise, in the next life they become bed bugs. This comes in the Upanishad. Begin your day early in the morning in an inspired mode. Then see how the day is lived beautifully. But our condition is like, this hotel chain, TGIF, famous. After this success of the chain, I opened another chain. And that is OGIM. What is this OGIM? When the people go for a weekend, they become weakened and come on Monday to office and then they go to this hotel. Oh God, it's Monday. Such disgusted existence is not spiritual existence. Let our day begin in an inspired mode and the whole day is lived beautifully. This is how self-discipline is the key. Second thing, regularity in whatever you do. Don't imagine. Meditation means one day sitting for half an hour and the whole day's frustration. No. We cannot take the whole bottle of vitamins or the tonic in one go. We have to take every day little. And in this manner, slowly our life becomes disciplined. And when the life becomes disciplined, then you will see all that is said by him becomes obvious. It is not abnormal. And every one of us can do it. It is not meant for a select few. All of us sitting before him, he takes care. Have that conviction. And when this conviction becomes strong, then only the experience comes. And with this experience and patience, let us grow all together in the spiritual path and discover happiness is not outside, but it is our own being. Instead of doing anything for getting happiness, do everything to express happiness. The whole approach of life will change. Normally we do the things to get happiness. Never do that. Whatever you do happily. When you walk, walk happily. When you talk happily. When you think happily. Happiness is not the goal. Happiness is the way. And see the joy of life. And who doesn't like a happy person? Everyone. Imagine if somebody is happy, we like him. If we are happy, what a great experience it will be. Let us come to discover this bliss as our essential nature by these two principles, Shraddha and Saburi. Walk the path cheerfully and happily and be a source of happiness for the whole world. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.